What's up YouTube? It's your boy Quicksand tapping in for episode 22 of Mindset Monday, and today we're going to talk about receiving advice and then being able to find the best way to apply it so that way you can find the success that you're looking for. But before we get into this video, the one thing that I do ask of you is that if you find any type of value in the context of this video, that you share with someone who you know can also benefit. I post a mindset video every Monday, so subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a drop. Tap in. As I've gotten older, I've realized that it's easy to hear advice from people, but it's difficult to be able to apply that advice, especially if it's specific to you. And I just want to get up here and talk about that. So when you receive advice from someone, especially when you ask them, a question about, how can I grow my business, or how can I become a better basketball player, or in my sake, a better trainer, like what can I do? What was the best advice you received, right? Asking questions is how you're going to get people to give specific answers. And so, even when you do receive a specific answer that may be towards you, you have to take action. And, I've learned that you just have to jump off of the cliff, I guess you can say, right? Because you're scared. What I've experienced is being scared of the next step. Yes, I receive advice, but now it's like, man, I have to apply it. Okay, so that means I have to actually put in the work. Man, I've never done this before. What's gonna happen on the other side? Like, am I actually gonna find the success that they're telling me I'm going to? Like, man, how many hours of work do I have to put in? You start to overthink everything. So you're on the cliff, you're ready to jump off and ready to just fly, but you're not allowing yourself to take that risk because you're so scared of that leap of faith. And I've learned that you just have to take that leap. You have to hear the advice and then just apply. So if they're telling you to become a better basketball player and to get your shot on point, that you need to shoot 1,000 shots a day, well then you're going to need to take that leap and start shooting 1,000 shots a day that are quality repetitions, right? And it's going to take work from you, right? Whatever time you have to figure out what time you have to wake up, whether it's at 5 a.m. or you're going to go on the weekend, wake up early when everyone else and your teammates are sleeping, you have to do it. And so the moment that you decide to take action is the moment that you leap off of that cliff and then wings grow from it, right? That confidence builds. You're like flying, right? Because you're taking that risk. And then what you realize in the end is that it was actually a lot better than what you imagined it to be. It's not as scary or it's not as overwhelming. It just took you to get out of your own head to be able to take the advice and then apply it. And just what I've learned over the years is that you just need to take action. You need to do more than like overthinking things. And even for myself, being someone who loves to give advice and helping people and bringing value to other people, I tend to not take my own advice in certain areas. And it's a part of life. But I think for me, as I've grown, I'm more able to now control my mind and to defeat the inner thoughts that I have by just being disciplined and being willing to be vulnerable. Those are two things that have helped me a lot. Discipline is doing the things you know you need to do when you don't feel like doing them. I've done that a lot in the past, with waking up early when I was working at the YMCA, 5 a.m. I didn't want to do it, but I did it because it was a part of, helping me grow as a trainer. And, even more so, I have a segment called Quick Talks on my Instagram and TikTok. You got to tap in with those. I post daily motivational videos. So sometimes I get on camera and speak for myself, or I pull, a piece of content from like a podcast that I find interesting and I find that it's motivating and brings value, and I post it on Instagram and TikTok. And I've been doing that for 533 days today. And there was a lot of days where I didn't feel like posting a video because I was tired or I just didn't have any ideas. But I knew that I had to do it, so that's the discipline. Doing what you need to do, doing what you need to do when you don't feel like doing it. And so, you know, if I would have received that advice a while back, I would have heard it but not really applied because I was scared. So you have to just get over the fear of making mistakes and get over the fear of not being good enough. And the moment you decide to do that is the moment that greatness will start to follow you. And then you're on a path of success. And when you're on this path, what happens is you have people who you are passing up along the way, or people who are just beginning. And then that's your opportunity, you know, as a successful individual who's finding success, to give back and bring value to those people who are, you know, are on the come up and who are still learning, who haven't taken that leap of faith. And, you know, that's the power of, you know, receiving advice and then applying it and then being able to give advice. And it's just a full circle, kind of like a circle of life, if you would think, or a circle of positivity or a circle of value. It just comes right back around. And so it's going to take a lot of effort on your end to, you know, be able to get into this position of feeling strong-minded about this. But I promise you, if you take that leap, if you take that leap and you apply and take action to the advice that you are receiving, it's going to help you a ton. Now, here's another part. This is very important. Don't overthink. Don't overthink where this advice is coming from. So, for example, you know, don't overthink where this advice is coming from, because what can happen is you see someone tell you, you know, giving you advice, you hear it, and then you're like, nah, like, they don't know anything, like, man, they're old, or like, they're not in the same field as me. So don't negate the fact that of who it is that you fail to receive the actual message. So see and hear the message in its purest form. Picture somebody else saying it to you, right? And this, if it's good advice, it's good advice, no matter who it's from. And that's something to think about as well as you're receiving advice and getting ready to apply. Is like, is this good advice? Can I actually utilize this and apply it? If so, then do so and take that leap. I promise you, you are going to get to the next level and you'll be able to be, you know, giving advice just like I am. I appreciate you all. I'm sorry for a few of those stumbles. You know, I never script any of these. I just go off the top of the head. So when I look into space, or if I look down, I'm just trying to gather my thoughts. And also too, I always speak about this, but the crickets in the background, they distract me. It is what it is. Thank you guys. I appreciate you all. This is episode 22. 23 will be next week. Drop those comments down below. Drop a like and put that notification on, that little bell. Turn that on so that way you don't miss a video. If you find value, share it with someone you know. I thank you guys again, and tapping out.